As we do know, of course, that the IEC in Limpopo are currently investigating claims of dumped ballot boxes in Tzaneen.
Well, a member of the public found 3 ballot boxes on the roadside. We cross live now to our reporter Musa Mabunda, who is at the Results Operations Center in Polokwane. Very good evening to you, Mr. Mabunda. Thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us at this point?
Good evening, Simpiwa. Indeed, as you've mentioned there, we're coming to you live from the Provincial Results Operations Center in Polokwane. Before I come to the stories that I've just mentioned now, as you can see now, it's a lot quieter now during the day. Only a few IEC officials remain at work here. Normally during the day, every workstation gets occupied with IEC officials receiving reports from different voting stations across the province. Coming to your story, yes, indeed, there were ballot boxes, but these are empty ballot boxes that were still wrapped, being driven or transported to a voting station. We are told now from this center that the area manager of the concerned voting district has been dismissed following that incident, because the IEC says they prefer the ballot boxes to be transported in a buggy with a canopy, because these empty ballot boxes comes in heaps, so they don't want them to be transported in an open buggy. And as a result, that's why somehow during the journey to the voting station, they got offloaded, and then he has since been dismissed. And then another top story coming from this province today is a story that happened at a village in the Guyana area. The village is called Guela, where a group of men walked into the voting station and took ballot boxes and other voting materials. And then we earlier on from this center we spoke to the provincial electoral officer, Ms. Nkaro Matita, who indeed confirmed this incident. And upon receiving this report from Guela, she immediately instructed the voting station to be shut down. And then she also mentioned that other several voting stations in that area have been shut down, and it's not clear tomorrow whether they will be open. However, our crew or our reporters will be on site tomorrow morning, and when that happens, we'll bring you up to speed with those developments. Another thing worth mentioning is that there are these voting stations that have been shut are in the same area around the Guela area in the Guyana municipality. There were protests in the build-up to the election. It isn't clear whether this particular theft incident is related to this protest, but however, as and when we get confirmation to that effect, we'll be able to communicate that. The police have confirmed this incident at Guela. They were just waiting for the case to be opened officially in order for them to comment. So another hotspot in this province is the Vuane area, where there have been a lot of violent protests, especially during the previous local government elections, where several schools were torched. Even now, during the build-up to these very elections, there were threats of boycott and violence of the election, or boycott of the elections. However, today, the commissioner, National Police Commissioner, Tole, was there, and then he met with some committee members, and he says they've promised him that these elections will be peaceful, and then it remains to be seen if that will be the case.
All right, Musa, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to let you go for tonight. We'll definitely touch base with you tomorrow morning as day 2 of the special voting commences. That was